Yeah, so I was watching this show, Sex Education. Yeah, I know you're never gonna see it. And that's fine. I'm cool with it.
I'm trying.
No, don't even. It's
Oh,
in your
come on.
queue. It's in your queue. I get it.
Yeah.
It's
I've
on.
been
It's
thinking
on where it
about
says you clicked on it,
Uh-huh.
so that when you go on the Netflix, it says like continue watching, and it's like it's there.
You know what?
You know you're not gonna do it.
You win.
You're not gonna do it.
I'm purposely not watching this.
Oh, as a fuck
I
you
want
to me?
yeah, specifically for you.
To be fair though, okay, yeah, I am your mom. All right, cool.
Oh my
No, that's fine.
god, that's our relationship.
That's our relationship right there, through and
I
through.
hate me, but I also hate you.
That's fair. Look, I know this for a fact. And stuff like that. Like
Let's
Sam
just get
gets
married.
Sam gets close to people not because they want to get close to people so they can know them, so she can get close to them so she can hate them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
she's
just
like,
using you
I
all.
like you enough to find out more I don't like about you.
Uh-huh.
And
I
then you
need
just keep-
something to fight all the time.
exactly. Just brace on it. So, all right, let me talk about this scene.
Do it.
So the scene that I'm talking about is like in Sex Education. There's this scene like in the second season where like all the girls are kind of like this one girl gets on the bus and she gets groped by this creepy old dude inside the city bus.
Ew.
Like in a harsh way. You have to realize, according to the show, all these girls are like in high school.
Wait, is she like walking past him in the bus?
No,
And
it's
he
kind of
just,
like in the
like,
bus. It's crowded. Yeah, it's like there's like, and it's basically this guy kind of like grabs her.
Okay, hey, I know this sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But when you ride the bus for public school, that just happens. Is
Oh,
it like
yeah.
public school groping or like extra gross groping?
I think it was extra gross because there was a guy that was not like her age. It was a guy that was older. About
Oh.
it. Actually, no. Let me rephrase this. He didn't grope her. I apologize. He jerked off in front of her.
Ew, okay. That seems grosser.
Yeah.
Like you were so compelled to pull your fucking dick out in public instead of just smacking me in the ass as I walked by.
Yeah.
Ew.
He pulled out his dick in public, and he's like basically just like jerking at it, and then he finishes in front of her, and she's watching her go through this whole experience and everything. And now after that, like she becomes like late for school and stuff, and like she doesn't want to like and she's like walking to school because she's so traumatized by what happens here. Well, she kind of like holds this in with her for a couple episodes until finally like there's a situation where all kind of like the other girls kind of gather where it's like you have the cool girl, the nerdy girl, and everything, and they're all talking about situations in which guys are fucking gross.
Uh-huh.
Gross. And like there was this one scene where like the Indian girl in here who, by the way, she's old. I think she's over 21, so I'm allowed to enjoy it. But
Okay.
she's got herself a nice figure.
Oh my god, look. Hey, most Indian girls,
Yeah.
nice tits, nice hips.
Mm-hmm.
I feel.
All my likes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, you should hit up more Indian girls. Indian, Pakistani, that whole brown flavor.
Can you do me a favor?
What?
And like right now, just sell that argument for about 2 or 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, dude. No, brown girls are cool.
No, I meant like sell me to them.
Oh.
That's what I need.
Oh yeah.
I need an endorsement. You know what I need? I need a hot chick validity.
Okay, look.
You know what I mean? Like where it's just basically kind of like if you're like David Spade, you're not attractive, but you're
But you're
attractive
funny
because you no.
and rich.
You're only attractive because other hot girls see David Spade dated that one hot girl, and then like now other hot girls see like David Spade dating that one hot girl, and they're like thinking, I'm hotter than that bitch.
Okay,
And it's
number
like-
one, hot girls, don't do that. That's horse shit. Number two, Omar is actually a good guy. For real. Like, he's fucking sensitive. He's sweet. He's cute. He loves full figure women. And guess what? You're never going to be too fat. You're never going to be too ugly. You're never going to be too stupid. Omar will respect you for who you are. So,
That sounded like I have low self-esteem.
no, it's not low self-esteem.
Where it's like, you know what? You can fuck up this relationship all you want.
No, I'm not saying that. Don't fuck up this relationship, you dumb bitches. I'm just saying you don't have to like hate yourself in order to make this guy happy.
True, because I will hate myself for the both of us.
Oh, yeah. He is such a fucking gentleman that he will hate himself so much. You don't have to lift a fucking finger thinking about how much you hate yourself. You can call your mom without any problems. You can meet your best friend for drinks who's kind of bitchy without any stress.
Yep.
You can wear a burlap sack. He's like, I'm going to hit that because that's
That
a
is
goddamn
true.
queen.
I I've hit a few burlap sacks before.
We all have, dude.
Yeah.
We've all been the burlap sack. We've all fucked the
Okay,
burlap
so-
sack. It's fine.
Okay, so let me just keep talking about the scene a little bit. Where it's just like, okay. All right, guys, we just cut 10 minutes out of that because I went into a very dirty old guy coming, like his dead relatives inside.
Goodbye,
his
everyone.
wife joke, and we cannot air that at all.
Can I go pee real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, we're being stupid. All Regrets podcast. This is the podcast about regrets with Sam Narani, 30s Pakistani female who is not working at the moment.
And Omar Gonzalez, who's really good at profiling.
I'm not good at profiling.
You sound like a fucking cop.
all I know is stereotypes, and that's it.
Female seems to be in her mid to late
too funny.
30s. Very brown, too
Okay.
brown for my liking.
All right.
I like more on the light
All right,
side.
let me try it again.
I'm going to make a note real quick of where we stopped off.
No. Go ahead.
But you can keep talking. I'm just
Okay.
going to put the
So-
timestamp down.
It's so like I said, back at this that closing scene because I know we're talking ridiculous and everything, but that closing scene of like the Indian getting groped and stuff like that was basically like she was just telling her story to that girl of like watching who saw the guy getting jerking off and everything. Where it's just like, yeah, I have that experience too. And then like all of a sudden it became like started with one girl, then it was like. It showed scenes of like different women of different times where other girls have been like sexually assaulted and everything, and it's just like you kind of don't, as a guy, really think that's a thing.
Really?
No.
Okay, this sounds dumb.
And then you start looking at the things that what makes it even more worse.
Wait, what do you look at that makes it even more worse? Like
Makes
the
you realize-
concept alone is pretty
No,
bad.
it makes you realize all the times that you've been gross. And then you look back and you're just like, oh, yeah, I was gross at Jackson's.
Yeah.
And it was just like, because the problem with like that, and then like, you kind of like, oh, I'm woke and everything. Like, and I'm like, yeah, I'm for women's rights. I got no problem with it. And I think they should be paid the same. But then you just start realizing, oh, wait, I don't treat women the same.
Look, you are only woke about shit that you know about, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not trying to give anybody an out, but I know I've been in that situation and other people have been in that situation where you say something stupid and you don't realize it. And you're like, well, that didn't need to be there. And also that, oh shit, I said something accidentally for that person.
Okay,
you know?
that's one situation. I'm talking about the next step,
Oh, what's the next step?
where you actually were the one groping people.
Oh, dude, you were the bad guy.
Yeah.
You're the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy this one time.
Duh.
No, but it was one of those things where like the girl will let her do it, but you're kind of participating in it.
Well,
It's like you're working at a restaurant and stuff like that, and you have like the girl that let you grab her ass and everything, and you just kind of do it and stuff. Where it's just like, oh, everybody's like playing with her like in this sexually type of manner.
so
Like you justify yourself doing it because it's just like, oh well, all the other guys are doing it,
this
and I'm
is
pretty sure some guys are already hitting it.
yeah, that's fair, but
And
you're
she kinda, like, lets
basically
herself.
okay. So it just sounds like you're justifying something you truly want.
No, well,
No, but you are like, look,
Yeah.
if I really want something and I know deep down that it's not the right thing,
Yeah.
you're gonna sweeten it for yourself. Well, everyone's doing it, and she seems to be cool with it, and also this other thing. And you know what? Rationally, maybe she is, because we're all go through that
No,
age,
yeah.
you know, where it's like I'm gonna be this person or this type to impress all these people in the group that I'm in, because at the end of the day, we need to be accepted, and we weren't at home or whatever. So you justify it, and maybe there's a point that the person who is being objectified is okay with it because they're like, this is just part of the deal. This is just my role here, you
Yeah,
know?
but that's usually not the case though when you know it.
You don't think that most people go into a situation and think, well,
No.
these are a bunch of boys and boys are like that. Ha ha.
No,
It's
but
just
but
locker
usually
room
that
talk.
but usually a lot of that comes with trauma though.
It does.
And
That
like
just,
but like now knowing as like somebody's going to therapy
Mm-hmm.
and you start seeing other people's traumas
right.
and stuff, it kind of like you start looking back and reflecting on it. So when we're talking about like the frat guys and like when we got into like cheating and everything and talking about like the frat guys and everything,
Yeah.
like it kind of like it started like, okay, it started like triggering me and everything. Where it's just like, okay, I remember this watching this show was so impactful for me to watch it because
Mm-hmm.
it's just like you hear about sexual assault, but then you don't have. But then when you're in a situation where you actually kind of like, even though it's a show or
Mm-hmm.
even like in real life, you see it,
Yeah.
and then there's a part of it where it's just like, okay, this is what you don't realize this is what happens, what the pain that your actions cause people,
Mm-hmm.
and then you start reflecting, well, okay, those guys are shitty, and British people are always like that, but
Mm-hmm.
and then you
Yeah, and the
start
Brits.
justifying and stereotyping. Well, that may be a true stereotype, but then you start reflecting on your own life, where it's just like, okay, when was I not pure, and everything.
You're worse than the colonizers.
Well, wait, are you
Go back to
judging
the
me based
British.
on this, or like no, in the sense of like me trying to self-reflect and everything, because that is also something that you can talk about, where it's just like,
Oh no, I
can
was
you really
talking.
say that you're like a part of this thing if you've done it before, and everything?
Wait, what?
Okay, so
What
it's
does that
like
mean?
meaning like can you say, oh, I'm anti-racism, but then you look, but can you look back at the light moments and times in which you were actually being racist?
Yes, I think you can be both.
Okay.
And if you can look back at a time where, like, oh shit, that was racist,
Or
then
oh shit, that was not cool.
yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
that means you're looking back and not justifying the actions back then, but you're looking back and able to go, not only do I condemn racism when I'm around other people, I'm condemning it within myself. I'm
Okay.
cleansing myself of that, which means calling yourself out for
Mm-hmm.
past actions that even though at the time you didn't think was racism, you just thought whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't
But
do it again.
but here's the problem though nowadays is that like now we live in a world where if we have the luxury of having that experience that and nobody knowing about it and you self-determining and like learning on it.
Yeah.
Nowadays, everybody's putting their stupid thoughts online
Uh huh.
and everything, and everyone's say having that moment in front of everybody. It's
Yeah.
basically just being like you going in front of your class,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you're in the middle of a crowd, and then the music scratches, and then all of a sudden you just say the N word lyric in front of everybody, and
Mm-hmm.
now everybody's filmed you saying the N word
Yeah. I mean
and
that.
stuff, and you post it, and now that experience of you having to reflect, you internally reflecting and understanding your own racism. Now you broadcast to the world, and everybody's calling hate on you. Everybody's telling,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's trying to cancel you, and you're like, dude, this is like my first mistake.
Yeah.
Like, can you be
No,
chill
that
about it?
number one, that sucks.
Uh-huh.
But also, you have a pretty good idea of what the N word saying that out loud
No,
does
that's
to
me
people.
now. But
It
me,
is
the
you.
me at age 12 or 13, nah, we say it all the time.
Well, here, I don't know. So this kind of goes into cancel culture, which is a
A little
big
bit
thing.
of it, but it's
But,
just
but fuck that. Fuck that.
okay.
Like, and I don't know. Maybe I'm not the one to talk about it because or give this opinion
No,
because
but
I haven't been in that
fascinated.
situation.
I'm fascinated by this.
But it's like people do deserve a second chance and
Right.
people can change. Not everybody changes, but we have that ability to. You could say things or do things that you didn't realize was hurtful back then or shitty back then. It was just like, haha, whatever. And then as you get older and you experience things and get to know other people, it's like, oh fuck, this is a thing. Like
Yeah.
this is actually something that impacts you in a huge fucking way and I didn't think about that. And yeah, sure, fine, it's out there. It's fucking projected out, but is that still you? And what have you done to fix that?
True, but but you're talking about it in the individual sense, because back then, like in the individual sense, you can work on it internally, going on yourself,
It's
recognize you have a problem.
Look, here's the thing. It's still the individual sense.
Right.
You just got to get over the fact that it was a public thing. Because at the end of the day, you still did it. Whether 1,000 people saw you do or say that thing, or it was a private moment where only you know about it, you still did that. If you can take away the public shame aspect of it and just focus on what the fuck did that mean?
Yeah, but people sometimes take that public shame thing and they just like use it to magnify
The
themselves.
public shame thing is so hard to get over
It is so hard to get over.
because that's the first thing and the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
You say one thing wrong and stuff like that, and all of a sudden, well, there's good. Watch,
yeah, again, cancel culture.
we're gonna get canceled.
Why?
Oh, pretty something. Maybe
Oh,
not
I'm
now,
sure,
but maybe 10
yeah.
years from now or stuff like that, someone's going to look back and be like, oh, wow, they have good quality now. Now we
Oh,
can...
fuck, dude, no, I've had opinions in, like, 10 years ago, 15 years ago that I look back on it going, well, that was stupid fucking shit.
Well, yes, of course, and everything. Like, back then, I was fully libertarian. Now I'm, like, more sensitive, more understanding and everything. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, we could use a government stimulus now. That'd be great.
Yeah, no, but, like, you go through shit, and then you meet other people that have gone through shit, and as long as you've got empathy going on, you can understand and
True,
develop.
but that's my issue, though. I have empathy.
Yeah,
Others don't.
not... Okay, others
Others
do.
don't,
Others
and that's
do.
where like the public shaming becomes like super hard.
But here's the thing, others do have empathy, but groupthink happens. It's like,
It's the mob.
yeah, it's like,
There's actually a thing called the fear of the mob
yeah,
and everything, where the mob of the people will take over and stuff, and that's why like a lot of businesses cater to like everybody on Twitter. The Twitter, despite the fact that Twitter is like the
majority rules.
No, it's 10% of the worst people out there on either side.
Yeah.
You have the super far left and the super far right, and they're just yelling at each other on Twitter.
Dude.
And then all of a sudden, like, you have all these journalists on Twitter. They get their news they get their sources off of Twitter and stuff. And then you just realize all of the media is nothing but people who are on their phones all day. Considering the fact that like maybe 10% of the American population is actually on their phones. Everybody else has a fucking job to do.
I don't know, but we're
Nah.
we're on our phones pretty frequently.
No, but it's like 100%. But that's where the public shaming comes from, the phones and everything. And then you just realize, oh my God, I'm being shamed. I'm being shamed now
well,
by everybody. And that's and what I'm saying is that like if you have that singular moment in which you were shitty, and have that be like one of your first moments or the moment that you're known for, online for anybody to see, it's basically like your Jim Rome moment where you're basically calling like I forgot, it was like Jim.
ooh, how about
You call a guy named Jim Christie and he just starts to attack you,
Or,
and that's how you get famous.
or Jared Fogle?
We can't air this one either.
Yeah.
All right, but
I'll get rid of the Jared Fogle shit. Continue.
no, but it's just like it starts, and I guess this is how much you take it is probably the ultimate thing, because you could be publicly shamed and look at your phone and be like, this is funny. I don't care.
Okay.
Cool.
I
And there's
think
other
that-
people where it's like you live on your phones and it's like, oh my God, everything is so depressing. And that's kind of like, and it just feels crappy that way. You know, having everyone on the phone, like you just get on your phone, it's like so depressing.
I feel like it depends on who you are. It's like if you're more solid with who you are, it's like you've got Scotch Guard on, like Scotch Guard that we put on couches. And I could spill things on you. Maybe some shit will penetrate, but not all of it. And some people that are just, my validation is if somebody else says I'm okay.
Okay.
And if you've got, I'm not saying anybody's 100% that or 0% that. You have some level of that in you, where if you've got a lower percentage of I need
I'm
validation.
pretty sure there was more to the where's the beef lady than her asking for freaking Chuck all the time.
Yeah, she didn't want dick all the
She
time.
didn't want dick all the time.
Cow dick.
She's just like, all right. Sometimes I'll have chicken or pork.
I'll have some clams.
Yeah,
Give me some clams.
sometimes. Just, yeah, that's fine. Like I didn't want the
Because
beef
I know
all
where
the
the
time.
pearl is.
Okay.
Throwing it out for the ladies.
No, you're fair.
Pearl owners. Gotcha. But not pearl necklace. That's very different. It's a homemade pearl. Nobody wants that shit.
Nobody wants a homemade pearl. Not even if it's a kid's project. He's just like, all right, we'll put it in the refrigerator.
Well,
Hang it
we'll
there.
use it in like 10 years.
Yeah,
I
we'll
don't
use it in 10
know.
years. It'd be like, oh, look back at this time. Yeah,
There's
I
a
know.
bitch here that's almost 40 and she wants kids. So here, just inject this pearl into her.
Okay. But that part kind of like gets you nervous and everything, with like of all the things that we're intimately talking about. I basically was just talking about a time in which I grabbed a girl's ass that she didn't want grabbed. Or like I thought that I know deep inside of me that she didn't want and everything.
What made you do it? Like, I know that it was just like, I hate using this phrase, but it sounds like everybody viewed her as the town bicycle.
That's kind of like how it is. and
So-
everything. Like you kind of like let it go and you start being flirtatious and everything. She lets you do it. And it's like you go that far and then you just realize, then like years later you realize, yeah, that's kind of shitty.
So you guys basically talked each other into, she's not a real person. You can do whatever.
But but at that moment, you're implying that the person, it kind of falls into the fact that like, yeah, maybe she did actually want it or anything.
Again, yeah, maybe
Or
she
maybe,
did want
most
it.
likely, probably not.
But if everybody viewed her as, yeah, this is
Well, that's how.
this is someone you have a go at.
Well, that's how she views herself.
But that didn't come out of nowhere. Like,
Exactly.
she didn't wake up one day going, you know what, I'm going to be objectified.
Yeah.
Like, she must have had a past, like, maybe childhood
No, but that's what
abuse,
I'm trying to get at.
know?
You understand that as an older person now.
Yeah.
That's like, okay, this was that was a shitty thing I did.
Well,
back in the
I'm,
day.
I'm also a female that went through some abuse also. So I'm looking at it from that perspective.
No, and you're looking at it from that perspective too, and it's just, and it's like, okay, yeah, you're kind of like contributing to it, and that's where the part you feel kind of shitty about and everything, and that's where like you kind of like guys like just like I said, they're just like rope women, grab women, they could cheat on girlfriends too. That's probably how they were, just like justifying it kind of like the same way, where it's like, yeah, I was a cheater back then, but then you just realize, no, I had trauma in my life where it's like I'm talking, like I said, in a sense of like grabbing women when I was younger, and now. Hold on a second. I'm trying to say this without actually honestly getting me in trouble.
Can I pitch this thing out?
Please.
And we'll cut this if it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's not like you're trying to forgive yourself or justify your past behavior. Because I mean, there were social influences, and despite us wanting to be better people, we do let social influences make us do the things we do.
No,
or
yeah,
say.
yeah. You're part of the mob.
Yeah.
And everything. It's like if you're out there at the protest and you see people throwing Molotov cocktails. Yeah, you're more inclined to like punch a cop.
Yeah, and that's an age thing. That's also a background thing.
Yeah.
Maybe not an age thing, because I've known some really, really self-destructive 50-year-olds.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Nowadays,
whatever.
yeah, they're self-destructive.
Yeah.
So.
But you learned something from it. And you learned, maybe you weren't thinking about all of the context behind everything, because you were in a certain situation at that time.
Yes.
You know, like, I'm with my bros, I'm in my 20s, we're drinking, and we're all doing this one thing, because this is just how it is here.
Right.
And you don't think about that because you just want to fit in.
No, and you're right, and everything. Guys do kind of like, yeah. But now I'm thinking like, okay, am I just one of the guys who'd be like, I was just a Nazi back then. This is what we did back then.
That was just like everybody just hated.
Everybody was just like, hey, do you want to join? Do you want to join the military? It's like, all right, cool. I need some money, and then all of a sudden, like I'm the one locking the ovens. You know what I mean? Just everything. I'm throwing wood into the fire.
I mean, I did a volunteer shift. I'm not gonna lie to you,
No,
but that's because like
no, that's overtime. It was called overtime.
Well, Goebbels was like drunk.
Hey,
I filled in for him.
Okay, that part we gotta go. But no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying and everything. Where it's just like, I'm not trying to justify it, but I am now viewing what I did as like shitty back then.
And there's a cringe moment, like, oh God, why?
Yeah, and it's just like, if you worked on yourself and you're trying to like work on yourself and everything, like you're gonna get to that moment of like whether like anything in your type of relationship, or it's like whether you were, like I said, young and dumb, or you were just like, even then, damn it, this is so fucking hard to talk about without trying to fucking use it against me in court of law.
Hey, yeah. I can cut out anything you need. And
no, this one's gonna be carefully cut for this one, cause okay.
Or do you want to take
No. Let's talk about it in the context of cheating, and I'm just gonna avoid the topic altogether.
Okay.
Together, like, all right. So it's kind of like you said, you make mistakes when you're younger, especially like in relationships, where you're like all of a sudden you're seeing like another girl, like in another school, and everything. You have to get on the bus and you drive. You're like, why can't you hang out with me on Tuesdays and Thursdays? And I'm just like,
oh, I got practice.
I got practice. It's like, it's not even football season. I'm like,
I'm in drama class.
Yeah, I'm in drama class.
Doing a play.
Causing drama.
Yeah.
Or at least about to. And just causing drama. And I'm on the 61 route going to Jefferson. Yeah.
Wait, so were you in high school or? And then you had like 2 girlfriends? Is that what's happening right now?
I met a girl like when I was at like, like one of those like, it's not like field trips or something like that where it's like you're beating for teams. and everything for ROTC and stuff, where it's just like.
Oh, you go to other schools for like competitions?
Yeah, and then you start like hanging out, and then you start like.
I did those for drama.
Oh, 100%. No, this is like for ROTC and everything like that. And I had a girlfriend who went to Jefferson High School, and I would go see her every once in a while. You know what I mean? Like, just get on the freaking, and I would get on the bus, go freaking over there. I just tell my mom I'm in practice, and I tell my girl I'm at practice.
Oh, secret girlfriend.
Yeah, so like,
why couldn't you tell your mom about your secret girlfriend?
Yeah.
Or is it weird?
I've never introduced any of my girlfriends to my mom.
Ever?
Never.
Ever.
There's no point.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's no point. There's nothing I'm gonna win from this. It's like it's one. I know the type of girls that I date, and it's like, okay, this is not somebody you could take home to mom or I'm gonna marry or anything like that. Like I know this is a fucked up relationship, and I'm okay with it. Okay with it. Like,
hey, same boat. My parents have never met anybody I dated except for Robert, and that's only because we talked about getting married.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're sticking around?
When you mention the N word, you have to show that.
Yeah, at that point, I'm like, well, you're going to eventually figure this out. Here you go.
Yeah. The courts are going to come by collecting freaking child support. You know what's going to happen.
Otherwise, you don't even know who I'm dating.
No, you don't even know who it is. And
I'm asexual as far as you're concerned.
I just have porn hidden by the VCR. That's it. But no, it's just more like, it's just you're and then you're seeing another girl at your high school, and it's just like. Yeah, I can't.
It gets exhausting.
It gets exhausting trying to like separate those two out.
Yeah.
And you're just like.
That was our show. Thank you again for listening. And please follow us on Instagram at Regerts and Facebook and on all the other social media stuff. And subscribe. If any of these stories have inspired you to come up with a regret, send us your regrets at allregertspod@gmail.com.
Remember this. Just because you have regrets doesn't mean you cannot live life as if you have no regrets. Have a wonderful day.